Hey. I don't know how I'm gonna do this, man. Sun's blasting here, which is a great thing, by the way. A fantastic thing. And I'll get to that. What up? It's me. I'm here. Trying to stay in the shade so I can so you can see my face a little bit. This is gonna be a tough one. Okay. Let me you know what? F it. There we go. Maybe. Don't know if this is any better. Maybe it bothers you. Hopefully it doesn't. Dirty air steering wheel. But I just wanted to talk for a second. I went to therapy today. I've been doing a new kind of therapy. Maybe you've heard of it. Probably not, because I hadn't, and I'm like in the shits as far as mental health stuff goes, and I didn't know about it. So maybe I'm oblivious, and maybe it's just not that heard of. But what it's called is EMDR Therapy. EMDR. Ow, hurt my neck. Yeah, it's called eye movement desensitization, reprocessing. So it's mostly for like PTSD and like reprocessing memories that are traumatic to you. And my argument was, obviously I looked into it and I saw that people use it for anxiety and panic attacks and things like that. My argument was like, hey, brother, these panic attacks I've had, pretty freaking traumatic. And I'm not going to say like war, like I went to war or anything, but they do a thing to your brain where like certain things just set you off because of the past experiences. Okay? You got it? Good. So if my stomach feels weird, I'll be like, oh my God, this is like that one time where my stomach felt really weird and then I threw up. One time out of a million that happened. So that's where I go to because it was traumatic. Or, hey, I feel out of control and I'm having this panic attack. And oh my God, remember that one time I had that really bad panic attack and I freaked out? Traumatic. It was traumatic. So it takes me back there. So I've been doing that. I've done 2 sessions of the actual EMDR. I put my hand like this because we're doing like sensor EMDR. It's not like with your eyes. It's like with 2 devices and they're like buzz. Anyway, I really think it's working. I think it's even the 2 sessions. I believe in it. I'm optimistic about it. I have like weird, I have these weird phobias and fears. One thing that we talked about in the first one was, like the fear of going like not being able to handle anxiety and like losing your mind. So comment or hit me up if you don't feel comfortable commenting about that. If that's something you've feared or think about, it's a pretty new one to me because I know how like intact my brain is and I know how well adjusted I am to handling anxiety because I've been doing it for 22 years. So it's a new, very irrational worry. My logical brain's like, brother, come on, you're better than that. You're not going to go crazy. Look at you. You got it down. But there's still like a part of me that's like, well, you're going to go crazy. Maybe I am crazy. But yeah, so we worked on that the first time. And when I left, I was just more logically thinking about the situation. That's how I can explain it. Less emotions, more logic. Emotions would be, I feel it in my stomach, I feel it in my head where I go, oh my God, I am going to go crazy. And that feels real. And then with the EMDR, it felt much less real. I felt more logical about it, able to address it logically and say, hey, probably not going to happen, buddy. So today when we went in for the second session, I was like, let's focus on this throwing up thing a little bit because that's what scares me. So we did. And I feel good about it. I feel really good about it. But that brings me to right now. This past couple months, I'm going to put it in a frame like this. Past couple months. There's been like a skate of anxiety. It started in like December, and with Corona it got bad, and then it's on and off. But now I'm feeling better. Things are looking up. They have been for a while, and then Corona hit, and then now I'm doing better again. But hello, I'm back, bitches. Okay, where was I? Oh shit. Hello. Right when I say a bad word. Shit, where was I? I knew this would happen. Gotta answer a text, huh? Stupid idiot. Anyway, so these past couple months, things have been progressing, of getting better, blah, blah, blah. Corona happened, got worse again, and then things are looking up again. So, what I wanted to talk about today is the pause that anxiety gives you in your regular life. Okay? Got me? There's this pause where I'm worrying about, like, when things are okay, you're a human. I'm wired to worry. It sucks, but I am. So I have to worry about something, and I'll be like, oh, well, it'll be, like, more life worries, like, normal worries, where I'm like, hey, paying rent and living places and doing stuff. Like, normal worries, which I prefer greatly over, like, am I going to throw up? Do I feel sick? Which, they happen anyway, but, like, we're talking a scale here. Some days they're horrible, sometimes they're horrible, and sometimes they're not. So, when they're not, these other worries creep in that are, like, pretty normal worries, where you're like, I'm just a normal human, and this is my normal worries. I haven't had those in a couple months because I've been worrying about coronavirus. I've been worrying about coronavirus and coronavirus. Mostly that. But today I hit this, like, wall where I was like, whoa, real life. I got to get back to that because I've been in, like, my little shell because, like, I'm like, hey, I'm nervous. I'm not going to do any real life stuff. And then I just, oh, shit. Shit, brother. So, anyway, yeah, I'm kind of getting back to the real life stuff, like, getting back to California, money, life, boring stuff. So, on one hand, it's a great thing, because it's like, hey, you're not worrying as much about, your daily, like, your coronavirus stuff where you are terrified to go outside, or you're not worrying about throwing up as much, or whatever it is, whatever it may be. So it's a good sign. But it's still, real life worries. Anyway, I think it's a good thing. I'm just here talking to you, seeing how you feel about things. Maybe you feel differently. Just fatted. Maybe you feel differently. Maybe you feel the same. Like your life goes on a pause when you're worried about something specific. And you're like, it's almost a break from, like, your everyday worries, because you're like, hey, I got to worry about coronavirus, brother. I don't have to worry about real world stuff, real life that goes on in my life. So it's interesting having this and having that. But now that it's kind of dissipating a little bit, and I feel, what the heck? Like, I need to go live. I need to do stuff. So, weird. But it's good. I anticipate. Back again, brother. This is all over the place. This is out of nowhere, but it's probably, it's a good sign, I believe. Other points made in this video, maybe look into EMDR. I don't recommend anything to anyone that I can't stand behind, but I can stand behind that. I think it's worth a try for sure. Look into it, research. Another thing is, brothers and sisters, go to therapy. Just maintain going to therapy. Don't wait until you have to go to therapy, because it's not too late, but it sucks, because then something's usually wrong and you have to go to therapy. And you feel, obligated because you need to go. Just go. Just go. It'll probably really help you. Find a good therapist that you have good conversations with, but also someone that it's just not just like a friend that you're like, hey, this is what's going on. Like, get deep, talk some shit, figure some shit out. It's good. It's super helpful. I have found. But yeah, let me know, these I do this, I film this stuff because, I like to hear other people's stories, things where they're like, hey, Max, yeah, I know, I got it. I'm in there too. I've talked to people that have this fear of like going crazy. Look, I'm not saying that that's a big fear of mine, because it's just not. But it was something that was kind of bothering me recently, because it was just this new thing that I thought about, which is really how anxiety and phobias work. So it was just a new thing, and I was like, hey, maybe I'll worry about this one. It's just how my brain works. But let me know if you feel that way ever. You have those things. Just talk to me, brother. I'll put a Patreon in the bottom, because YouTube's money not great anymore. So I'll do something with Patreon where, like, we can just like discuss anxiety stuff, like just one-on-one, brother, me and you, talk it out. I'm not a therapist, but I am a survivor. That was a good one. It's a good one. Anyway, yeah, you guys are great. Stay worry-free. It's impossible. Never gonna happen, sorry. But adjust and things like that. Yeah, you guys are great. Hit me up. Let's talk. I will see you soon. Follow me on Instagram @MaxFlaws. Talk to me there too. A peace, brothers.